Hello everyone, this is Sheshe, and today I'm coming on to make a card, an A2 size card, using this panel that I got from Aliexpress. It's a butterfly template background that'll fit on an A2 size card, which is 4¼ by 5½. I'm also going to be using this double stitched rectangle set. I'm going to use the second die, which fits on an A2 size card. So as you can see, it has this pretty double stitching around the edge of the die. And then I'll also use the third largest die for the inside of the card. I will also be doing just a slight watercolor to layer onto the butterflies. I'm going to cut out this template in black, and then I'll also cut it out in some watercolor paper. So I'm going to use some distress stains for the watercolor. I'm going to use Mermaid Lagoon and Faded Jeans for the background, and also for the watercolor part that I'm going to overlay on the black outline of the butterflies. And then I'm going to also use a Stella pen to give it some sparkle. So sit back and enjoy the process as I die cut and watercolor. It is at this point I will begin to trim the watercolor panel of those butterflies. I decided to go ahead and trim the outline of the butterflies. There is a piercing portion of that background that I will trim away, and I will begin to layer onto the black background outline of the butterflies. So what you'll see here is that I'm deciding if I want to trim the entire part or just layer it. So I decide to just layer it.
and that's where I decided to go ahead and just give it an outline. So I decided to leave just a little bit where you can see that I trimmed just the outline. So I did that off camera. So now I'm just gluing on just the inner parts of the butterfly onto that background panel where, as you can see, it gives just a beautiful outline of the butterflies. And I do this for each individual butterfly of that background. So right now I'm just finishing up the last two butterflies, and then I'll work on the inside of the card. Now here I'm just gluing on the double stitched panel for the inside of the card, and then I'll work on the outside of the card, and that's also a double stitched background. And then I'm just gluing on that intricate part with the fine tip glue bottle. And then I'm going to also give some of the outline edges of the background die some glue, the top and the bottom. This is easier to glue. Next, you'll see that I'm adding some Music-Ukulele to each butterfly to give it some sparkle. And it's at this point that I thought that the outside was just a little plain, so I decided to give it a sentiment. So I die cut the double stitched rectangle for a sentiment hello. And I didn't show this at the beginning, but I went and got some letters to just die cut the hello and just use the negative part, and I used some foil tape that I like to use in my videos. So I I actually taped the foil tape onto the negative piece of hello, and then I'll go ahead and tape that onto the front of the panel so that it's not so plain. And here I have added that, and it finished up the card. So I hope you enjoyed this process video. I thought this card turned out beautiful. Here's the inside, and again here's the outside, and I'll show some pictures at the end. I hope you have a fabulous day. Take care.